This video is brought to you by Scopic.com. Get yours now. Hey guys, welcome back. This is FullPhoneKid.com and we have Galaxy S8 Pluses right here. It comes in 3 different colors, well at least that's what we have. Orchid Gray, Midnight Black, Coral Blue, and they're supposed to be Optic Silver and the Maple Gold, although the availability might vary depending on the region that you're living in. So let's go ahead with the Coral Blue. That was the very popular color for the Galaxy Note 7. Yes, I know what happened. And Galaxy S7 Edge that followed right after that. And Coral Blue doesn't look exactly the same. We're going to leave it here and go ahead with the rest of the colors. Here is the Midnight Black, and there's something special about the Midnight Black, but we're gonna peel off that protective plastic right here and leave it there. And the Orchid Gray as well, that is a very new color. You might as well call that purple, but it's not exactly purple. I think the name, hence the Orchid Gray, is very accurate at describing the color of the phone. It's orchid and gray, depending on the lighting or the angle that you're looking at the very phone. So, with those phones aside, let's proceed to the packaging. So here is the box, and you can lift that up. And here is a little packet with the manuals or whatnot, and also the little pin to eject that SIM card tray, and you can also add up a microSD card on the very same slot. Unfortunately, they made all of the things black. That's because all the phones, all the Galaxy S8s and the S8 Pluses come in black front panel. That's probably to hide all the sensors busy up there. But anyway, black charger, black adapter, black USB Type-C to USB Type-A adapter, so you can transfer your data from your old phone, use your mice, keyboard, or USB flash drive to your phone, or use your older micro USB cable or accessories to USB Type-C port right there. And that very charger is capable of adaptive fast charging that comes in an output at 5 volts 2A or 9 volts 1.67A. So that's there. And the rest of it. USB Type-C cable comes right there. One USB Type-C and the other side Type-A, and the AKG pair of earphones right there. Samsung recently acquired Harman, that has subsidiary of AKG, JBL, Harman Kardon, and AKG earphones come here dual driver, and this apparently has pretty good early reception, so we'll have to see how that goes. And there is a few extra ear tips if you want to adjust that to your own pair of ears. So that's the packaging, and we're gonna put it there, and let's go with the phone. Okay, let's start by peeling off the protective plastic. Before we do, it says all the important things. Infinity display, dual pixel camera, and the autofocus enables 8 megapixels front-facing camera. Iris scanner is also in, along with the facial recognition, although that doesn't seem to have the best security measure. And the IP68 water and dust resistance is also present, just like the Galaxy S7 and the S7 Edge. So that is the front panel of it. And the front panel comes with 6.2 inches of WQHD plus resolution. That's 1440 by 2960. That's a pretty new ratio. That's 18.5 to 9. That's even longer to the height than the 18 to 9 of the G6. That's the camera, iris scanner, receiver there, and a bunch of other sensors there. And no hardware home key, hardware back key, hardware multitasking key. They're all built in as a soft key. And on the right, we got the power key. Top, we got a SIM card tray with the microSD card along with that, and the noise cancelling microphone, volume rocker, and that very new button is dedicated for Bixby. That is Samsung's new artificial intelligence assistant. USB Type-C port there, 3.5mm headphone jack, and a speaker along with the microphone. Moving on to the back, that's the 12 megapixel dual pixel camera, LED flashlight, and the heart rate monitor, and that is a fingerprint reader. And no, that is not a home key. It doesn't press, you just put your finger on that and it reads your fingerprint, which is very adjacent to the camera, and you'll have to take risk of smudging the camera with your fingerprint. And thus, Samsung does warn you when you're trying to take a picture to clean up your lens from possible dust and, of course, your fingerprint. Okay, we're here, and as a usual drill, let's go with the settings. Okay, so here we are at the launcher, and you can swipe up or down to have the app drawer. If you want more classic approach, there you can have an apps button, although it does exactly the same as swiping up and down, and you can still do that. Or if you're more of an iOS-ish person, then you can let them all show up on the home screen without the app drawer, just like the iOS, although that's not exactly my thing. So going on to settings, this is not a TouchWiz anymore. They call it the Samsung Experience. version 8.1 based on Android 7.0 Nougat. So this has Exynos 8895 or Snapdragon 835, 10 nanometers, both of them, depending on the region. Most of you will get the Exynos version, while China and Americas will probably get the Snapdragon 835 equipped version. And as you can see, it's not exactly that gigantic of a phone. Compared to the smaller Galaxy S8, here is a normal Galaxy S8, well, smaller. 5.8 inches, 6.2 inches, and they fit really, really nicely to your hand. It even feels like 5.8 inches is a tad smaller than I wished it was, and the S8 Plus isn't all that big. It fits really, really nicely. Compared to the last generation Galaxy S7 Edge, you can see that much more space is dominated by the screen, thanks to that lack of home screen button and the smaller, thinner bezels. If you're wondering about some other colors, here's a coral blue and orchid gray there. And there, of course, is the black one. The thing about the black one with the S8 Plus in South Korea and China is that they get to have 6 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of internal storage. So that is the maximum amount of anything that Samsung has ever put on their flagship smartphone. If you're wondering about the very last color, here is the Optic Silver. That just simply looks like a silver to me. But anyway, Optic Silver is right there. Although it's a smaller one, it should look exactly the same in the larger profile. Rest of the things are probably what you exactly expected to have. IP68 water and dust resistance is in, USB Type-C fast charging, and the fast wireless charging is also in. Although the battery capacity has shrunk to 3500 milliamps from 3600 milliamps, it does have the HDR10 enabled screen along with the ultra dynamic range. One new function to that is DeX or desktop experience that lets you use mouse and keyboard and external monitor to use it as a desktop PC, and we'll definitely try to take a look at that as well. Reviews should come very soon. We'll try, and we'll see you guys later. Till then, you guys can meet us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. We'll try to tell you more on the next video. Thank you all for watching. Ciao.